video. It's Thursday and it's actually a bit of a late start for me today. The one thing that I've noticed a little bit, I mean, I've only not been ill, let's say, for the last few days. The thing I noticed last time I had it, as well, because it's actually the second time I've had it, is that in the mornings I was just so tired. Like, I'm usually quite a morning person. I'm usually like raring to go in the morning, and I just feel so like just want to stay in bed and not get up, basically. So yeah, it's a bit of a late start this morning, but that's okay. So basically, during the time that I was ill, I was doing a little bit of like Depop browsing, and I've actually got a festival that I'm fingers crossed going to this summer. The only reason I wouldn't be able to go is basically because my knee doesn't deal that well with standing up for really long periods of time at the moment. So I'm not 100% sure, but I'm planning on going. And I really wanted to just get a few second-hand pieces that might be quite fun to sort of dress up for a festival. I'm desperate to actually book another festival as well later on in the summer, but I just don't know how realistic that is at the moment. But the things that I bought, you've got to imagine them in a festival setting. So I got this little gold top, which I think is going to be so cute. It's kind of like, I don't know, that's not really chainmail, is it? I don't know what the like style is, but it's basically this really like cool metal top. And the back, I think, is just going to look so lovely. I mean, I think it's going to be very much like a stick-on bra situation. Because obviously I want the back to be like not disrupted by a bra strap or anything. But I'm so excited to wear that. And I actually bought, and again, you've got to really visualise it in the right setting. So I think when I showed Elliot, he was a bit like, these white cargo pants as well, which I'm going to need to take in at the waist slightly, because I know people wear a lot of low-waisted things these days, but I just don't think I'm quite there. I don't mind having something that's a bit less high-waisted. I do think that I'm going to have to take in the waist, which is fine because I've got my sewing machine with me. So basically these white cargo pants, little pockets on them, nice baggy fit. I'll probably wear with like white trainers with a little cute gold top. Let me know what you think. I feel like you've got to really use your imagination with it. But I think with the cute hairstyle with like little plaits, whatever, I think it could be a really cool outfit. Maybe we'll try it on at some point. Probably not in this video, to be honest, because I'm not really, don't think the way that I'm feeling is very good for trying on festival clothes at the moment. So just making my oats this morning, and I remember that I bought this Greek yogurt, I think from Aldi or Lidl? I really can't remember. Instead of the, you know what I mean if you live in the UK, the typical one that I know isn't pronounced phage, but it sounds like it should be pronounced phage. And I looked, and the macros are really similar on this one, because I was wondering whether it would just be totally different, like consistency and everything. And so far so good. I'll let you know if it tastes any different. What was that? What was your input there?
Really similar.
Oh god. Hey, Elliot's just got a PR package with a mini pink camera in it. That's just so you.
That is very me, actually, yeah.
I think they're saying that you need to whiten your teeth. I think it's a hint.
Oh god.
The real question is, does this actually work? Because if it does, that is seriously cool. Does it look like it works?
What do you mean, does it work?
Well, is it a real camera or is it just fake?
They've given me a SD card to go in it.
No way!
Yes, I think it is real.
Oh my god, let's get it working.
Yeah, look, it's got stuff going on.
So many summer pics on that.
Yeah, I know. Perfect.
Pocket camera. So these are today's oats, the recipe that I basically always make at the moment, and the consistency, to be honest, even with the new Greek yogurt, looks exactly the same. So let's hope it tastes the same as well. And I'm just going to top it with all of these delicious fresh berries.
Life is a winding road, no telling where.
Aquaman.
What are you thinking of Amber Heard?
What?
Aquaman.
No, I was just thinking because we just went in the pool next to Amber Heard.
We've, Elliot and I have been following the Amber Heard Johnny Depp case. That's what I thought you were referring to.
Also, this is fun.
I looked yesterday, and on the YouTube viewing, which is just crazy, 9 million people had viewed the case live. How crazy is that?
That is mental.
Mental, yes. Hi guys, so we've just finished up a session, and I am not feeling my best. have to say. I actually packed a Misfits bar, so I'm going to have that now. I feel like I seriously need some food, but we did... How long do you think we did in the swimming? It was a bit broken up today.
We did like half an hour in the pool. And
yeah, half an hour swimming. Yeah, I didn't feel good, as in it felt like really, really hard for me, like as if it was like my first time again.
Sorry, I can see myself.
And then, but Elliot got me through, didn't you?
I did.
And then he requested we do some shoulder stuff in the gym afterwards, which I really didn't want to do, and I was so weak, but I just did 15 reps, sometimes actually closer to 20, and like a lightweight, because yeah, I was just feeling like I really need a big meal. But it makes sense because it's obviously my first session back.
But you smashed it, you got it done, didn't you?
Woo! Woo! And now we're going to go back and eat, because Niall dropped off some pasta yesterday, so yes, we are going to go and demolish that. And yeah, have some food and refuel. So I basically had an afternoon of meetings, and nothing particularly interesting has happened for me to show you. But what I thought I would show you is how I turn this absolute state into some kind of nice-ish, more presentable hair. So tomorrow I really want to do a little bit of filming for reels and things, and I just want my hair to look a bit nicer. Hair is really not something I'm very good at. If I'm honest, probably a year and a half ago even, maybe not even quite that, I never really did anything to my hair, but when I got dye put in it, I feel like it just doesn't sit the same way now. So I definitely have a natural wave which comes after I've washed it, but once I brush it once or sleep on it, it just looks terrible, whereas before I had dye in my hair, I felt like I never really needed to do anything to it, if that makes sense. It didn't get as knotty either, so I didn't have to brush it as much. So yeah, this is basically what I do. I'm by no means an expert, as in very, very far from it. I use my Dyson Airwrap. It took me a while to get used to this, and at the start I was like, God, this is so complicated. Now I've realised that this is like the easiest way of doing your hair. It's like a cheap way of doing it, because you don't have to have the control over a hairdryer. If I had to take one product away with me, like hair products now, it would be this, just because it can do so many different things, and I just feel like it gives you an instant like kind of glow up just really quickly, and for someone who's not very good at doing these things, this is really easy for me. So I just put on the brush attachment. This is what I do, by the way, when my hair is like already dry and in this kind of like wavy state.
Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights, and I really wanna know, Right, so that literally takes 2 minutes, literally 2 minutes. Shows up on my camera as. I do sometimes do like waves, curls kind of thing with the Airwrap, but it gives a much like thicker, like dressier, like bouncier curl. Dressier, I don't know if that makes any sense. I use this, which I cannot remember where this is from, but honestly think it was like £20 from Amazon. I got it in lockdown. So what I've started doing is actually taking quite big bits and just literally making a curl with them. But what I find is, because it's a chunkier bit, the curl is a lot looser. What I should probably do is actually invest in some bigger wand hair curlers, because that would probably give the same effect. And then I just sort of let it come out, because I like them to be really loose, like sort of natural kind of waves. But obviously if you wanted them to stay tight, you could like clip them. I feel like that's what people do, don't they, and wait for them to cool. If I'll ever figure out where the road goes, even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs.
Okay, so that is looking a lot better. Then I love this texturizing hairspray from, I think it's Way, this brand, I don't know exactly how you pronounce it. And then I just go in all over with some of that. And especially I get so much baby hair, so if I put some hairspray there, it tends to not kind of fall onto my face quite so much. And then the Living Proof Vanishing Oil, which I've literally loved for the longest time. And this just smooths down all the split ends, which I have a lot of. I think I just sprayed that oil on my new white cargos.
and I just put this everywhere. I honestly use this oil literally every single day, because especially when my hair's not in a particularly good state and needs a cut, like it is right now, it just kind of hides that and just, yeah, brings it all back to life. Good morning, guys. So we've just had a delivery, which was not expected, but it is probably a bit overdue, which is our rug. So I thought I'd give you a bit of a first impressions with me. So far, so good. It is quite light, but we did know that when we were ordering it. This gives you a bit of an idea of what the pattern looks like. I love the finish of it. I think it's going to be great. I don't think it's going to show up dirt that easily, although it is really light. I think it works really well with the floor. The only thing we're a bit worried about is whether it's just too similar in colour to the sofa. But it's difficult really, isn't it? I think having the cushions laid out will make such a big difference. I think I just really need to go and pick up some cushion inserts so we can see what they're actually going to look like. I also think it's really important that we get some cushions that are a bit more this kind of colour as well, because at the moment I just think they're maybe a bit too neutral, and we need one that's a bit more of like a, you know, orangey brown tone. It's just come out on a mini excursion, and I had to, basically I've got a few things I needed to do. One was go to my PO box, which I've just done. Other one is post office to post some things that I've sold on my Depop. And then I need to go to Dunelm. I really want to find some cushion cover inserts, and last time we ordered them online from Dunelm, so I know they have some. It's just whether they've got them actually in stock in this store, but I've brought the cushions with me so I know I get the sizes right. And I also want to have a look for a few cushions in there as well, because according to their website there are some things that could be quite good, but I just want to go and see them in person. So this package I've actually been expecting for a little while, and it's from Pure Sport CBD. I don't know if you guys have heard of them. They've got really fab branding, and one of my friends actually really recommended that I try Pure Sport for my knee and for inflammation and for pain management. So I'm gonna give it a try. Elliot's actually been using their products for a little while. The difference is though, he doesn't have anything like specific he's using it for that he would notice a massive difference with. Whereas my friend Hester that's recommended these to me actually had her ACL repaired a few years ago, so an operation as well. And she said that the only reason she can run at 10k now is because of these. So basically I'm expecting absolute miracles. But these are the products. I just think the branding is so cool. So these are, okay, CBD and turmeric capsules, CBD oil, and then the muscle and joint balm. So yeah, I've got no idea how these are going to work for me, whether I'll actually notice a difference or whether the differences will be super subtle, but let me know if you'd be interested in hearing about them. But I'm going to give them a trial over the next few weeks, months, and I'll let you know how I get on. These cushions look with inserts in. So my overall thoughts, I think this one is going to go back. I just don't love the material, just don't think it feels particularly nice quality, to be honest, and it's so similar to these, I just don't think it's worth keeping. Then the two H&M ones look good, I guess. Yeah, I mean, they're not anything special, but I think the quality is really nice. And then the other ones we've got are this one from Cave, which I do really like. I just think we definitely need more cushions with similar tones in. I love this little stripe one. I think that is so cute. That was one of my Etsy purchases. another one from Cave, and then this one, maybe for now, I might keep down here, but I'd actually planned, I don't know actually, I'd planned to actually just put that one in my room upstairs, because I don't think having loads this shape is really what we're after at all. But you can kind of see a little bit better how everything's gonna look. But yeah, I just think mirroring some more of the bluey tones somewhere else, I look like an absolute state today. So the other thing is, I actually just completely on a whim on the way back went to a timber shop. Don't know why I'm explaining this to you in the mirror now, but I'll just carry on. Went to a timber shop near me to see if they would cut some wood to make some shelves for me. And I had the measurements already because I took them the other day. And they actually did cut them for me. So this is what we've got. So 2 great pieces of wood, exactly the right dimensions, that will hopefully go here. Now, the thing we've compromised on at the moment, and we might change our mind at a later date, is they're not particularly thick. And what I'd actually initially envisaged was having one that's probably as thick as 2 of them put together. And it's like a floating shelf. Do you know what? Now I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, should I just stick 2 together? Is that weird? Maybe not a bad idea. Actually, no, it wouldn't work for floating shelves anyway, because obviously you have to drill into them and that wouldn't be sturdy enough. But yeah, compromise on having a thinner shelf that I'm gonna whitewash myself because I've already got some white paint left over. But what I do need to do is choose some shelf brackets, because they won't be able to be floating shelves, as I explained. Now, I don't want to go really simple for it. I think it could be cool to have a nice detail, either like a more black industrial detail or a brass one, like a really cool goldy brass. We actually, in this lounge area, don't really have any metals at all. It's the only thing we have at the moment are the handles on this, and really sadly, I think we are going to be selling that piece of furniture, so all of that goldy colour will go. So I was thinking if I can find some nice handles in the same brass as those handles, sorry, nice shelf brackets in the same brassy colour at least as those handles, it could be really nice. So I do actually like the idea of having, yeah, some more brassy metals. Obviously the bar area has got quite a lot of brass in, and it'd be really nice to kind of mirror it in here as well. So whether that's with some little picture frames or can't think of anything else off the top of my head, but like picture frames, or with the shelf brackets, I think it could work really well. So yeah, just need to figure out what kind of shelf brackets I need and just buy them basically. But tomorrow morning I actually might sort out these shelves and yeah, just try and whitewash them and see how it goes. Then I actually came away with 2 vases as well. This obviously is a jug, but I'll probably use it as a vase. This was only £18, which I actually think is really good considering the quality of it. It just feels so rustic and lovely, and I think although I could have bought that kind of thing secondhand pieces like that at the moment are so expensive. Like I genuinely think I could have ended up paying like at least £30 for that. And then also a brown vase. I then picked up some dried eucalyptus and dried, I don't know what these are, but like cute white florals. I feel like these are very sort of country, but we have got some more modern things in this room especially, so I don't mind adding in something that's a bit more kind of cutesy. But I was thinking maybe the eucalyptus, I was thinking could be quite nice to put into the brown vase and put it in the bathroom. But I've never really played around with floral arrangements like this. So I think I'm gonna experiment a bit and see how we get on. Show you what I'm up to today. I've actually got a load of my friends from home that I went to school with. We all basically live down south now well, they're mainly based in London and I'm just outside of London, and they're getting the train here to see the house for the first time. I can't believe they're seeing it for the first time, and we've actually been here for a little while, but I've been prepping some food and I thought I'd show you. I just didn't really want them to get here and then feel like I want to cook stuff, so I've just prepped loads of like more like summer salady vibe bits. And I just realised I don't have any gin,
and I think it's like literally the perfect weather for gin and tonics.
I feel like we've just been so lucky with this bank holiday weather, but it's making me think we should probably plan what we're going to do for some outdoor seating, because these little chairs are great, but there are only 2 of them, and I just feel like this is the space that gets more sun, so it'd be so nice to have a little corner bench here or something, and then have a little fire pit thing everyone can sit around in the evening. Obviously we've got the lovely table and chairs here. To be fair, potentially might just sit on there today instead, and then I've got a tablecloth ready. So I've had to cover it all because of the flies, but I've done some roasted cauliflower, a salad which I've not tossed it together yet because I've got the dressing in the fridge. It's a really nice like creamy vegan Caesar salad dressing sort of thing, like a bit more like cheesy. And then I roasted the cauliflower leaves as well because I just hate wasting food, especially veggies. Then we've got some sticky miso aubergine, which I need to sprinkle sesame seeds and do spring onions on as well. And then just got some crusty bread, which I got from Lidl yesterday, and some hummus to go with it. So with some drinks, it's going to be a lovely civilized lunch, which feels really weird. I don't feel like I'm like old enough to invite people around for a lunch that I've like prepped in advance. I feel like it's just so not what my friends do at the moment. I just think we end up just getting drunk and like having a night out. But it is actually really nice to be able to host. So I really want to arrange these bits that I bought yesterday, and I'm thinking I might put the jug in the bathroom with the eucalyptus in, and then the white flowers in the brown glass, and put that on the kitchen island for now. So we'll see how it looks. Right, well that is far too big for that shelf, so plan B, we'll be using the brown glass. Right, well that definitely doesn't look right. Oh god, so maybe we'll go with the plan C. Not sure what that is yet, but yeah, I think that vase, just the top is too narrow, so it probably could do with just having like 2 sprigs in. They look lovely, so at least we've got one thing right. Don't quite know what I'm going to be doing with the eucalyptus. Well, that looks a bit better with just a couple of sprigs. Still not completely convinced. I don't know what it is. I feel like these look really good in other people's homes, but I don't know whether it's just that they're not arranged properly or... Anyway.